Hi there, Loy Machedo. It's you from LoyMachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo and Think Personal Branding. Today the date is 26th December 2017. Time right now is 7:02 in the evening. All right. I got this question from one of my readers, and this has been a recurring question, so I thought I'll answer this one. The question is, what is personal mentoring? How do I find a personal mentor? And how do I know if the person is a good mentor or not? So I'll answer all these three questions in this video. Okay. So first and foremost, what is personal mentoring? Now, let's say, for example, you want to learn karate. Now, this is the example I give almost every time. Let's say you want to learn karate, you want to learn fighting. You can learn karate by, reading a book. You'll learn all the, techniques, the etymology, how did it start, from where did it start, who did it start with. Fine, you can learn karate in that way. You can learn karate by watching videos online. You see the guy, oh, okay, fine, this way, you follow it that way. You can watch karate by seeing other people, or you can, your friend knows karate, he will teach you one-to-one, or you can practice with a couple of your friends. And then if all that doesn't work out, obviously you have another choice. I'll go and learn karate from someone. Now, when you decide, okay, I'm going to learn karate under someone, you have, let's say, a karate training center below your building where most of the local students go. You can go there, and there I'm pretty sure the gym membership or the membership to learn karate would be, let's say, $100 a month. Okay, or you can go to a real state-of-the-art, karate training facility where they have experienced trainers, many trainers. It's a very large facility. They have punching bags and they have the mats where you can practice. Maybe that would be like $250 a month. Okay, and then maybe there is a private gym, a kind of exclusive gym where you have MMA fighters, real professional, hardcore professional fighters who are karate guys. Maybe they would charge you, let's say, $500 a month. And then finally, let's say you would like someone to give you one-to-one coaching. Maybe there's an Olympic coach, a guy who is really hardcore, who has the experience of a national team, and you want to study under him. So maybe there you'd have to pay $1,500, okay, per month. So now, given the fact that you want to learn karate and there are so many options, you can choose whatever you like. Now, until the point where I said that you can watch a video, or you can read a book, or you can practice with your friends, you can learn karate, but you would not learn the proper technique. However, when you go to a coach, that is where you start learning karate in the proper way. So that is more or less mentoring, whereby you find a person who could coach you, who could give you his experience, his insight, his knowledge, all the pitfalls, the good, bad, ugly, the mistakes that he made, the achievements that he had, and he kind of makes it easier for you to achieve your goals faster. So that is where personal mentoring comes in. It's like having this coach who tells you, okay, this is your goal. You want to go from point A to point B. Let's do it the fastest way possible. Okay. Some of the benefits of having a mentor is, one is obviously you have someone with a great deal of experience who is there to guide you. Second is you get someone who holds you accountable, who gives you targets, who gives you something to work on. Because keep this in mind, when you try to do things by yourself, there's always a possibility you get lazy. You say, okay, today I'll do, let's say for example, today I'll read 100 pages. Tomorrow, I'll read 80. The after tomorrow, I'll just not feel like reading. But when you have a mentor and he gives you a target, you have to respect him. Otherwise, he would say, he'd hold you accountable, and that is something you would not like. He gives you targets. He guides you in the proper way, and he tells you what to do, what not to do. And also another benefit is you know whom to consult whenever you have any problem. The mentor should always be someone who you can trust, someone whom you believe is a professional in his chosen craft and is really good at what he does. So that is really very, very important. Now, the question is, how can I find a mentor, or where can I find a mentor? Now, to answer that question, it's like, say you have decided you want to get married to someone. You're searching for a life partner. Now, if you're young, obviously you'd say, okay, I'll find someone who I'd fall in love with. But if you are, let's say, in your 50s or your 60s, or you're searching for a particular spouse from a particular country, like for example, me, I was searching for a Thai girl. Now, obviously, I do not have Thai friends. I don't speak Thai. So I had to register on a website. Okay. So I registered on a website. I asked people who I knew and trusted, and I also did meet some people personally to see whether they matched with me or not, whether we could agree to be together, or whether our personalities were, kind of like, matchable, or whatever you can call it. So, in the same way, when you're searching for a mentor, you also need to search. Now, there can be a possibility that you can search online, you can check through Google, or you can check through listings. Another way is you can ask people, okay, whom you know. The best way I recommend, if you want to search for a mentor, is go through Google. Google has all the listings, and type in what you're looking at. For example, if you're looking at personal branding, obviously I specialize in personal branding. So if you want another coach who is into personal branding, all you have to do is personal branding, and check whomsoever has written articles on personal branding and approach that person. Now, on what basis should you choose a personal mentor? You should choose someone whom, first is you should choose someone who you admire, because when you admire a person, you'd always want to be like that person. Now, obviously, you shouldn't be exactly like the person, but you can take in the good aspects of this person into your life. The second point is you should choose someone who is an expert in your chosen field. Let's say you want to take up running, go take up a running coach, the best running coach you can possibly find. You want someone who's good in business, let's say trading, choose someone who has years of experience in trading, who is really successful in trading. Choose that person as your mentor. So it all depends on which avenue or which field you're looking at. Then comes to the part where you should choose someone, should it be free or for a fee? If you're looking at someone who is for free, I would say try some of your relatives, because relatives are pretty close. Try someone who's your friend, someone, an acquaintance. Try someone in your office. Your boss can be a great mentor, or your boss's boss can be a great mentor, and they really have the experience. That's why they are your boss. So these are the different options when it comes to free. But when you're looking at fee, when you're looking at someone whom you are thinking of going to professionally, first and foremost is make sure that the person has proper credentials. Okay, if you're looking at education, you can check education. I don't have any education, so I had to replace that with the knowledge that I have. So, choose someone in terms of credentials. Now, if that is not there, then obviously you can ask the person. You ask the person. So when people ask me, I tell them, just Google Loy Machedo, my name, Loy Machedo, and Google does the talking for me. So you can type in the person's name and see, do they have any work online? If they don't have any work online, then that is something you really need to question, because if today you're not online, then you're not a proper professional coach, okay? Then once after you check their work, check the articles, check their videos, check the stuff that they're given for free, because today we live in a free economy. The person must share information to everyone, okay? Once you get that part sorted out, the most important thing that comes next is the money. Agree on terms and conditions that mutually benefit both of you. In my case, I take 100% in advance, because once I give the knowledge, I can't take it back. So I take 100% in advance. And when people say, how do I know that you'll not run away with my money? I tell them, check LinkedIn. You'd get 200 names of 200 professionals with their companies, with the people they work for. So that should tell you whom I have worked with. Then if they still have a doubt, I tell them, go to my Facebook business page. You'd see more than 500 people who have recommended me as a worthwhile coach. So that is where I can't manufacture all this. Then after this comes the part where you really need to design the alliance. Now, what do I mean by design the alliance? It's more like it's like the rules that come in between, the do's and don'ts. You have to agree in certain things. Like, for example, when I speak to a new or first time mentee, I ask them, okay, what are you comfortable with? What are the timings that we can work together? What are the days? What would you like me not to do? What would you like me to do more? Do you like me to be rough with you, tough with you, gentle with you, encouraging, whatever? So you should agree on this term. So if I get a student who is like overly sensitive, I normally don't take such students, because I know that they can get hurt very easily. I don't take students who are very young, who are like young children, no matter how rich they are. I do not take someone who feels that they know everything, and I never take someone with an ego, because I have a big ego, they have a big ego, then there'll always be a clash. And I also do not take students who, keep pontificating like, oh, you should behave like this, you should act like this. I tell them, just, bugger off, fuck off, I don't need to take your shit. So that's pretty important. So make sure that you design the alliance, you have rules and regulations set out right in the beginning, okay? The do's and don'ts. Then also make sure that you share your goals, because it's very important for both of you to share your goals. You know that where you're headed, what you are supposed to do. Have a program. The program that I normally give people, I just give them an outline. I don't tell them that on Monday we're going to do this, Tuesday we're going to do this, after 5 days we're going to do this, 10 days we're going to do this, because my clients are normally working class professionals and they have 110 things on their mind. So if I make it too stressful, through my experience, they stop the coaching process. And last but not the least, you need to have a feedback loop, a kind of way to measure where do you stand, so that you can work together. If after 1 month you have not reached your goal, you take a step back and ask yourself, okay, what worked well, what did not work well, how can we make things happen? And that is where you improve on the relationship. Okay, so these are the things that you need to understand. Finally, last but not the least, how would you know if the mentor is good or is it recommended? Check for references. By references, see if he can recommend someone to you. Or when I was in Dubai, I used to have all my students sit together so they could ask each and every one. Check for recommendations that is online, LinkedIn or Google or Facebook. Google their name, you'll get a lot of information. I have never tried to hide my failures. So if someone says, I messed up or I did a bad job, it's there online, you can see it, okay? In fact, you would get explicitly people saying that I'm pretty tough to work with. And, some of these young kids who are freeloaders, they'll say, oh, Loy is stubborn, this and that. And anyway, I don't give them a damn. For me, what matters is the people who work with me and who pay me. Then check their work. It's very important to check their work. In my case, you can check my work on Medium. You can check my work on Quora. You can check my work on the website. I have more than 4,000 videos and articles, and I have another 4,000 answers or questions as of now, as of 2017, which I've done it in 6 months on Quora. On Medium, I have around, I think, 10 articles, because I just started on Medium just 15 days ago or so. Okay, and another good tip that I'll give you is take a trial period. It's always good to have a trial period. So when I'm working with someone, I decide, okay, fine, let's start with $500. If it works, great. If it doesn't work, then bye-bye, and that's how it works. That's how it goes. So these are the pointers that I give you when choosing a personal mentor. These are the pointers you'd know if a mentor is good or not, how you can find references, and what you should do when choosing a mentor. I hope these points were worthwhile. Please don't forget, do support my channel. If you like information like this for free, go to PayPal and pay to Loy at loymachedo.com. If you'd like to book me as your coach, go to thinkpersonalbranding.com, and my rates are mentioned there. As usual, I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what you think. Loy from loymachedo.com, saying goodbye for now.